Chop, pop, movies.
Oh, hi there, this is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile, and welcome back to the 31 Lists of Horror. Today I'm doing a little different sort of a thing. It's not just like a genre like most of these lists will be, but I wanted to focus on my five favorite, essentially, horror movie icons. And I'm going to show you their collections that I have right now, that I have in my personal collection. So these are all movies I have and have seen that I want you to watch if you, for some reason, have not. I doubt it. These are low hanging fruit. Let's be honest. But that's kind of the point of this. And let's just start off with the boring ones, not the boring icons, but the boring box sets. We got Freddy Krueger, of course. Like I said, low hanging fruit. This was, as I refer to it, my first horror franchise that I had seen all the movies. I used to rent these when I'd sleep over at my grandma's house with my cousins, and we'd watch a couple of them every time we'd get together. So this is the first horror franchise that I've seen all of the movies in. We're getting that new 4K set soon. Hopefully, I can get my hands on the good one. Otherwise, I'm just gonna wait for that basic set to get super crazy cheap because I have all the movies on here. I love all seven of these Robert Englund Nightmare on Elm Street movies. Some are better than others, obviously, but I love them all just the same. The next one I'm going to show off is my little Chucky collection, another seven movie collection. How odd. Once again, I like all these movies. The first one is and has always been my favorite. I used to watch these and rent them on cable when I was a kid. The first three of them primarily. And I have grown a fondness to Bride of Chucky. I've still only seen it a couple of times, but I definitely like it a lot more now than I did when it first came out. And Seed of Chucky, I have more fun with than most people. A lot of people seem to hate that one. I like the meta humor in it, so I got a kick out of it. I'm not as attached to that part of the franchise. I really just love the first three. Part two is one of the best part twos of any horror movie. It is arguably as good as the first one, if not better, to some people. And then the latter two that have Fiona Dourif, Brad Dourif's daughter, I believe that's her name. They're not bad for being like direct to video Chucky movies. Essentially, they were better than I expected. They're not great, but they're pretty good. But Chucky himself is undeniable as a horror icon, so I had to include him on this list. Next, I'll do the one that I haven't seen all the films in the franchise, and that's going to be Leatherface. I got this cool Black Maria box here with the original film in it. Yeah, you can't deny Leatherface is an amazing horror icon and character. I've only seen probably half of these movies. It's weird. I love the first one. I love the remake to the first one. I enjoy the second one quite a bit, and I still haven't seen parts three and four. I own part four, and I still haven't watched it. Uh, Maybe I'll finally watch it this October. I need to get part three and see that. It doesn't really matter if you have watch them out of order. They're like each one is like a sequel to the original. It's a really batshit crazy franchise. Apparently now A24 might be buying the rights to Texas Chainsaw, so we'll see where it goes from here. But all you really need, in my opinion, is that first one. He's an icon right out of the gate. I do like these movies a lot. The ones I have seen, they're so different. Like Texas Chainsaw 2 could not be more different than Texas Chainsaw 1. Even Leatherface himself looks completely different between the two movies, but he's always creepy, he's always scary, and he always, sticks in your nightmares. So that's why I had to have Leatherface on this list in one of my top five horror icons. These aren't in any order, honestly. All these lists, they're all just kind of random. So I'm not picking my favorites here. But next, we got to talk about Michael Myers, right? The Halloween franchise. Halloween, the original, was legitimately my favorite movie for like a couple of years. Then this is the cool box set that has everything up through the Rob Zombie films. Now that we got these all in 4K, this thing's not worth nearly as much as it used to be. I love all of these movies. I like even the bad ones. Like what's so great about these slasher franchises. If you love the characters, if you love the icon in them, you love Michael Myers, you gotta love all these movies. Even Part Three. Honestly, Part Three is my favorite one now, and it's the one without Michael. But I've just grown such a fondness for that movie over the past few years. I just fell in love with it. Part of it's probably because I've seen the first two 80,000 times. But even parts four and five, I never saw until I got this box set. And I like those quite a bit too. They're not my favorites, but I enjoy them. A lot of people really like part four. Five is often the black sheep of the franchise. It's one of my least favorites. Part six was actually the first Halloween movie I ever saw with little baby Paul Rudd. And I like that one too. I love the producer's cut of it more than the theatrical cut. it's a fucked up movie. But Michael's cool in that one. He's pretty badass. H2O, it's Scream with Michael Myers. And then you got Halloween Resurrection, which I like more than most people. It's different, it's not great, but at least it's something else. And the Rob Zombie ones are my least favorite, I'll be honest, but I still get a kick out of them once every few years and I'll watch them. But yeah, Michael Myers as an icon, arguably number one. Like I said, these aren't in any order. I'm just grabbing them off my table. Last but not least, like I said, you gotta have Jason on there. This Jason box set is amazing. I haven't upgraded any of these to 4K because I love this set so much that I don't feel the need to. Unless they release the same exact thing in 4K with even better stuff, I have no personal need to upgrade them. As nice as it would be to have all those Arrow releases, I just don't need them. This is another one where over the years I've watched these so many times each. I'm not going to pretend I'm like the biggest Jason fan in the world, but I do love him. Oddly enough, the first one is my least favorite, which is probably blasphemy. Not just because it doesn't have Jason in it. I just find it kind of boring. And then part two is just like a better version of the first one, but with Jason. I like Jason Goes to Hell a lot. That's one that gets a lot of crap, but that one is so different than the rest that I got to give it respect. And Jason X is so stupid, it's great. The remake is very solid as well. That's arguably the best remake out of all of these franchises, with maybe the exception of Texas Chainsaw, I would say. They did a good job with the Friday the 13th remake, cramming the first 3-4 movies all together into one. But I'm the odd duck whose like favorite movie in these franchises is always the one everyone hates. Part 5 is my favorite, and it always has been since I had it taped off cable. Even though it's not even Jason. Hashtag Roy Burns superiority for life. Part 5 is my favorite. It's the sleaziest. It was directed by a porno director, for God's sakes. You know it's going to have the most boobies and blood in it. And it does. The kills are the best. It has the most kills. I don't care that it's not Jason. It's the same damn thing. It's someone killing people with things and it's fun. Why do you got to hate on it? The Tommy Jarvis trilogy is the best 3 movies of the franchise, in my opinion. Parts 4, 5, and 6. 4 and 6 are arguably the most objectively good. Part 5 is just my favorite because I have a lot of nostalgia for it, and it's just so much damn fun. But Jason, the iconic hockey mask Jason, is so ingrained in pop culture that he has to be one of the best 5 horror icons of all time, right? I'm going to do another video like this, but with 5 slightly underrated horror icons, which are, honestly, to me, they're still horror icons, but they're not at the level of these 5. So I thought I would do this as kind of a 2-parter. So get ready for that one next. Who are some of your favorite horror icons that aren't these 5? Or who are these 5? What's your ranking? Like I said, this isn't a ranking. It's just like, I have these 5. Here they are. That's what it goes for most of these videos. They're just 5 things I love that I have in my collection that you need to see if you haven't. I'm sure you've seen all these movies, at least most of them. If you haven't seen any of these, remedy that immediately. That's all I'm going to say. Some are better than others. Some characters are better than others. Some are barely even characters. They're just walking things that stab stuff. But I love them. If you can't tell. Once again, my name is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And channel memberships and merch are available on TeePublic and Spreadshop stores.